Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunburned Albino Plays and Voices the Ace Attorney Apollo Justice Trilogy, Episode 5. We just finished the tutorial case. Defense Attorney Gavin is behind bars. Let's see where it goes for us. Next episode. As long as we draw breath, the wheel of fate turns. Oh, frick. Oh, shit. Oh, what the hell? Spinning big crimes and little crimes together. And when the wheel stops... Ow. You die. That's probably how you should, like, say those. It's like, did you ever play L.A. Noire? The guy who, like, narrates, this city is dark and dirty, and in the streets of L.A., everything is always a problem. Like, that's probably how I should do that. June 15th, 9:12 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. I want to play L.A. Noire again. I've started that game 3 separate times and never finished it. I really do want to finish it. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial, and I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it, I was screwed. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here. Honest. Here being the legendary Wright & Co. Law Offices. Okay, Justice, time to stop trembling. You must be here for the interview right this way. Huh? Hello there. You found the right place. Welcome. What's with this girl? Well now, shall we begin? Begin? What? Right, first things first. Any special talents? Talents? Yes, well, you must have at least one. Well, I guess defending? Defending. An unusual talent, but it'll do. With a little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Huh? Go ahead, show me. Defend. Just give it all you've got. Don't hold back now. What are you talking about? I can't just defend here. First lesson, a professional can perform anywhere. Thanks. We want people to be laughing with us, not at us. Thanks. But I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend? No? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? Huh? The Wright & Co. Law Offices, right? Oh. I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again. What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency, where you've always come to the right place. I'm Trucy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician. It all came flooding back. The trial, that girl. Hello, sir. Please pick a card. That's right. She's my daughter. Trucy Wright. Here, check out our flyer. So, what's your name? Apollo. Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Oh yeah, we haven't had some of this going on before. I'm gonna present to you my attorney's badge. Oh, I've seen one of those before. That's an attorney's badge. It looks just like the one Daddy used to have. Now, if I take this badge and do this and this, see, it's gone. Hey, my badge! What'd you do with my badge? No need to worry. Just look in your pocket. Huh? No way, my pocket? Wait a second, there's something in there. It's a flyer for your agency. And here's your badge. You can have it back now. That's the last time I let her touch anything of mine, period. Alright, what should we examine? Oh my god, there's so many things to examine. What is this fork floating? What the hell is this? Whoa, that fork is floating! Not. Why do you have a plate of plastic spaghetti here? That right there is the whole reason I became a magician. Do tell. I saw a plate just like that in a restaurant once. The floating fork looked so real. That's when I knew. Someday, I'd make magic more amazing than that spaghetti. Okay. There are all sorts of strange paraphernalia sitting on top of the piano. Those are my magic props. Practice, practice, practice. A professional never leaves their weapons far from reach. But you can't play the piano with all this junk on it. Oh, no one plays here anyway, and the neighbors complain. I guess Mr. Wright really can't play. Oh, who is that? An old sepia-tinted photo of a man in a silk top hat. That's my favorite magician. I want to be just like him someday. Sure, nice. Guess it's good to have a role model, even if he's got to be well over 100. How rude. Okay. Oh, let's look at this hat. A blue silk hat, just like the one Trucy is wearing. Oh, that's just for show. Don't wear it, please. Last thought from my mind, honest. I put it there so clients can see it and know who I am. Nothing says magician like a silk top hat. A strange split box leers at me from the wall. Is this one of those boxes for cutting people in half? That's right. This cabinet is used for an illusion called the zigzag. I've seen one on TV, but why is one just sitting here in your office? Oh, it's a little big for me, you see. So I'm using it as furniture. Hats in the top, shirts in the middle, and pants down below. I think it's a nice touch, don't you? It's not exactly what I'd call a welcoming decor. Alright, did we look at everything? Or no, we got this over here. That table doesn't look very sturdy. You've never seen one of these? It's a magic table. So, like, you make this teapot disappear? So you might think, but that's not it. Before your very eyes, the contents of the pot change. From Earl Grey to Darjeeling. Kinda hard to see the difference, I think. All these legal books must be Mr. Wright's leftovers. There's a lot of unrelated books in here, too. One Trick a Day, Magic for Idiots. You'd think a pro magician would aim a bit higher. Okay, and then also a plant. Do I really gotta examine the plant? Ah! Don't touch Mr. Charlie! Mr. Charlie? He's been in this office much longer than I have. Daddy's mentor had a great fondness for Mr. Charlie. He's lived here since Daddy was a rookie attorney. Huh. Mr. Charlie, right. Now I take care of him. And a couch. That's one of those hula hoop things everyone was crazy about way back when. Really? I had no idea these were that popular. I'm not so bad with one myself, actually. Uh-huh? I'm still learning. So you can really make someone levitate with it? Show me! Huh? I have no idea how. It's just a normal hula hoop, isn't it? Okay, let's talk. Let's talk about the Wright Talent Agency. So, is this really a talent agency? You bet. Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people? Does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows, paid too. I am a professional, you know. Right. Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright, pianist extraordinaire. Your dad, in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't play the piano? Our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Why, there are many magicians who can't do magic. At least you're optimistic, I'll give you that. So you're Phoenix Wright's daughter? That's right. After Daddy quit law 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So I'm kind of his sugar daddy. Get it? No. I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? 15? How old is Mr. Wright? Daddy? Oh, he's 33 this year. I'm sure there's a good explanation. I hope. Yeah, exactly. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? You know about that? Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get a chance. Daddy, right. That reminds me, about Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Daddy's not here right now. He's in the hospital. The hospital? Yeah. He's on strict bed rest until he gets better. What? Okay. Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit. Oh, the Hickfield Clinic. It's quite close. Right. Well, I'll be going now. And I'll, give this showbiz gig some thought, okay? Wait! I'll go with you. Okay, that's a lot of whatever that is. Please don't be Samurai Justice. It is, isn't it? That's what I see on the TV there. Is that what it was called? Samurai Justice? Samurai something? It was something samurai. Oh well. So, this is Mr. Wright's hospital. This guy! Visitors, are you? Yeah. Are you the doctor? Yep. Dr. Hicksfield's the name. Good morning, Doctor. Oh, hi there, Trucy. Cute as ever. Is this Daddy's room? Oh, yeah. Except he's gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon. How are you, Miss Trucy? Got any places you'd, like, examined? Doctor, the nurse was looking for you. Why, if it isn't the Daddy-O, the cutest little thing in town. Guess I'll be off then. Later, Trucy. Wow, what an odd bird that guy was. Yeah, I think you mean pedophile. Good morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. Yeah, no, so before anything, I need to examine this. What's that on TV? Looks like some sort of action hero show. Oh, I know that one. That's the Sniffling Samurai. His booger flick attack is a big hit with the grade school crowd. I had no idea you liked this kind of stuff, Mr. Wright. Well, what else is there to do when you're stuck in bed? Besides, the episodes will just keep piling up if I don't keep up, you know? Yeah, try not buying them. Now's the only time I get to watch and write up my reports. Your reports? It's a long story. Like a lot of things, actually. A swaying, spiraling stack of DVD cases. The Steel Samurai, that's what it is. And the Nickel Samurai. The Pink Princess, the Zappy Samurai, Electric Boogaboo. I get the joke. They're all children's action hero shows. This kid I know keeps sending them to me. Huh, like a niece or nephew? Something like that. Quite the collection. This kid's parents must be really generous with their allowance. Funny, Mr. Wright doesn't seem the type that kids would like. Okay, I don't really want to, like, examine everything in the room every time, so let's just talk. Unless something is, like, definitely interesting. So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. You were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve, I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air, only stopping when my head hit that telephone pole. You hit a telephone pole with your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. He really is as lucky as they say. There's something that, well, it just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big. Not fat, but you know what I mean. Oh, Trucy's still a child. Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. But you'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy. My foot, I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius. Tee. Aw, Daddy. You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. So can she, like, change her age? So why did you contact me? What could the right talent agency possibly want with me? No need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Huh? But didn't you come into the office of your own free will anyway? Well, yeah, of course. Help! We're in big trouble here at the office. Big! I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital. That's right, Daddy. How are we gonna pay this month's rent and the groceries? Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school. Again. No, I can't! I only just made friends! How could you do this to me? To us! Polly! Huh? What? Now it's my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I've got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? All right, I'll hear what you have to say. You got him, Daddy. Hook, line, and sinker. Aha, now it's time to reel him in. It's official. I'm scared. All right, so who's the client? Ah, yes. Here, take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night, I left the office just before 9 o'clock. Let me guess, he's defending the guy who hit him. I was going to that Indokine pasta joint, Al Dente's. I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. The car sent me flying, nicked a telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell the story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck. Huh? You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Find the guy who knocked me into that telephone pole. Whoa, hold on. I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry. Once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. Then you can stick it to him in court. Nice. I'm not a prosecutor either. I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It was just a joke. Huh? Oh, Daddy. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know. Even the ones that aren't very funny. Your real client should be stopping by the office any time now. The office? You mean the talent agency? No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, would you? I marked the scene of the tragedy on this map. I'm sorry, People Park? It's called People Park? Is that like Dog Park, but for people? Usually people parks have like names and shit. It's right in front of this park. Should be easy to find. So, he's gonna make me investigate this after all. Alright, map added to the core record, that's fine. I guess we're out of here. It's time to move. Oh wait, I need to present him my badge. What's that? Looks strangely familiar. How could you not recognize an attorney's badge? It's been 7 years. I've forgotten a lot of things. I guess some 7 years are longer than others. Okay, let's move. To the right talent agency. June 15th, 10:05 a.m. Right talent agency. Who is gonna be our defendant? Hey, hey, hey. How long you planning on making me wait, eh? Ah, good morning. Hey there, Trucy doll. The voice is like not that bad for him, kind of. Sounds like your pops had a bit of a rough spot, eh? All's well that ends well, I guess. This is our client? Hey, so this is that Apollo fellow, eh? Oh, yes? The name's Apollo. Look at him there, arms all crossed like, ready to fight. Yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Paulo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half-cooked? It's too late for defense. My castle's been stormed. My keep's been kept. My noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle? You know Mr. Eldoon from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly? There's no way that dude just made his name Noodle spelled backwards. No nicknames, please. And no, of course I don't know him. You new in these parts? Not really. Then you know the best noodles in town, Eldoon's Noodles. Whose noodles? My noodles. Help me out here, Trucy doll. This is Mr. Guy Eldoon, our client. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Eldoon. Anything for you, Trucy doll. Okay, who's this guy? So, you run a noodle stand, Mr. Eldoon? Guy Eldoon's the name, and noodles are my game. The secret's in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for 1.5 years. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodlemen for generations. Got a lot of expectation on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 15 sons. That's a pretty old noodle. Aye, and fool that I was, I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. But that didn't turn out so well. Oh, there was no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy. So, it was like destiny that you became what you are. Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it. But in the... I made it sound like I said I farted. But in the end, I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. So, last year I started my noodle stand. The 15th generation of Eldoon's Noodles. So tell me more about Eldoon's Noodles. You don't know the genius that are my noodles? I make them so salty, why they're saltier than salt. Now I really don't want to find out. Daddy's a regular at his noodle stand. He frequented my pops' stand back during his attorney days, too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry. I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, Sonny. Huh? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bulb out now. What do you mean? It was stolen. My stand gone. Stolen? It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle. It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints. Now you're just trying to butter me up. That sounded more like the blues than a whistle. I closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then, this morning, dark and early, it was gone. My keep, my castle. Ugh. I just noticed his hair also looks like Noodles. They really go all out. Dude, Min Min would love this guy. Maybe some bum carted it off? Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there, too. That's the saddest thing I've heard all day. You know it. Anyhow, that's the deal. Good luck. Huh? Wait, what exactly is your request? My noodle stand, find it. And the day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course, I make it so hot and salty, 2 bowls would kill a man. Then I'd really need defense. Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Get it back today if you can, Paulo. I got noodles to make. Things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves. Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo. Huh? I have a bad feeling about this. Listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel. I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen. Hey, what's this? More thieving and skullduggery? Well, someone stole a pair of my panties. panties? I mean, it was that fucking doctor. So they were, stolen, my panties, yes. Right, panties. That's a crying shame, that is, Trucy doll. I was alone in the office last night. I had hung my panties out the window there to dry, when a thief came and took them, my favorite panties. I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait! Well, that was certainly brave of you. But I lost him. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do. A darn crying shame, yep. Well, at least the scene of the crime is convenient. I'll mark it on your map. I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my stand or there's an empty bowl in your future, Paulo. Right. And you help out Trucy doll here too, you hear? Things have certainly picked up, haven't they? We had no work yesterday, and now we have 3 cases. I guess. Let's see where we stand. Not in a courtroom, that's where. Well, the first item on our list. Phoenix Wright. Daddy's hit-and-run accident. We have to find the one who hit him. Who's gonna pay us for this again? And the second item. Mr. Eldoon's request to find his stolen stand, for which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles. And the last request is mine, to find my stolen panties. That bowl of noodles is looking better and better. Let's go, Polly, to the streets. Aren't you enthusiastic? How could I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me. Guess we might as well get started. Let's see, a hit and run, a stolen stand, and last but not least, stolen panties. Alright, let's move. Hickfield Clinics, accident scene, scene of the stand, theft. Well, it doesn't let me go to, like, the panty. I want to, like, get the panty thing out of the way just so we don't have to, like, hear about that anymore. But it appears that that is not the case. Although maybe we could go to the clinic and just resolve this hella quick. Alright, let's go to the accident scene first. June 15th, accident scene. So this is where Mr. Wright got hit by that car? According to the map, this is the place. What a huge mansion. Apollo, there's a nice-looking lady over there. Let's question her. Okay. I'm a little curious about the park over there, too. What the hell kind of facial features? That looks like a fucking thumb. Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? You want something? Whoa, that husky voice. Why am I suddenly sweating? That's quite a house you've got there. You must have a lot of money. Ooh, money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kitake family mansion, little girl. You, kid with a hair, you want something? Me? No, not a thing. Bye. Apollo, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something? But the Kitake family... They're the biggest organized crime syndicate in town. If you're going to ask something, ask it. If you're man enough. Right. Yay, way to whip him into shape, ma'am. Does she know no fear? I'm Plum Kitake, wife of the 4th head of the Kitake family business. Friends call me Little Plum. I'm Little Apollo Justice, attorney at law. If looks could kill, this woman would be a mass murderer by now. Alright, let's talk about the Kitakes. Little Plum? That's a really cute name for someone so... Yes? Whoa! What is it, Apollo? How about you go through me when talking to her, okay, Trucy? Huh? That seems like a bit of a needless procedure. I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures. Oh, little girl, you should know. We're gangsters. Gangs... Oh, that means you're the bad guys. Trucy, through me. Please, I'm begging you here.
The bad guys. I like the sound of that.
I'm gonna need some warm tea after this.
It takes a lot of hard work to protect a family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys.
So you're saying that business is in a slump? Let's not ask about business if we can help it, please. So there was supposedly a car accident here last night.
Last night?
Of course, you wouldn't know. Of course you wouldn't know about it. Sorry to bother you.
Wait.
Yes?
You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away?
That's my daddy.
I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man.
Capo? Point man? Could you avoid using too much, industry lingo?
In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since morning. Bah!
Cleaning up this paint? Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident?
It was around 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise and found your father drowning in a sea of paint.
So you came to his rescue?
You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint, then turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see?
I'm sure that dragon is glaring at me. But why are you out here cleaning it up?
What do you mean?
I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you? Please, go through me when you want to.
Don't be such a stiff, lawyer boy. I suppose we gangsters do have a certain image.
Yes.
But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see?
How noble of him.
I availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of all the garbage. Now there's just the paint on the street to deal with.
Public facilities? I wonder if she means that trash can.
Okay, so we should examine the trash can. Let me examine the paint here.
There's paint splashed all over this gate. What a mess. Was this paint knocked over by the car that hit my daddy? I mean, she did just fucking say that.
That's right. And I'm left to clean up the mess. If you find whoever did this, bring the scoundrel by, would you?
Of course. Then you can make them clean up their own mess.
You're cute. Naive, but cute. When I find whoever did this, you can bet I'll be doing some cleaning. There's nothing I dislike so much as a mess.
Ooh, I wish I could say cool things like that.
I'll bet you do.
I'd laugh if my teeth weren't chattering so hard.
What about this thing over here?
Wow, what a big house, and the gate is so big. The Kataki family is pretty big around these parts. I like the fox, it's so cute.
Ah, that's our family crest, from the old country.
Your family crest?
We're clever as the fox, and our teeth are sharp.
So it's like a motto. You need a crest too, Apollo. Ooh, how about the scales of justice, or a lunar lander? I'll pass, thanks.
Alright, I wanna go... How do I can I move? Oh, look around, that's how you do it, okay. Hello?
Who's that? She's looking at the park. She's pretty. I bet she has a story, you know? There is something about her. Too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush.
Let's examine... What is going on over here?
Looks like there's some trouble by the park gate. I smell an incident. Ma'am, there's no entry to the park. Now don't you tell me where I can't go, young fella. I always walk through this park on my way home. Please, get down from there. You'll hurt yourself, ma'am. That's quite the determined old lady. Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park. You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous. Hey, miss, stay out of the park. He got mad at me. Did something happen here, officer?
What?
Oh no, move along, nothing to say. Why don't you kids go play someplace else? We're not kids and we're not playing. I'm an attorney. Something wrong? Detective Sky. Emma Sky is a detective now? It's gotta be her. Oh man, I'm kind of using her voice for Trucy right now. Detective? Why is she wearing a lab coat? You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are? I will figure out a way to distinction Emma versus Trucy, but I don't know if it's gonna happen right now. Curiosity seekers, men. They claim to be lawyers. Ah, why don't you kids run along and play someplace else? Look, we're not... Or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. Want a dose of experimental hydroxy... Come again? What's hydroxy stuff? Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. Try to keep out of the riffraff, if you would. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, how are we gonna get more information like this? Why don't we ask that nice woman across the street? Oh yes, that nice woman. Ugh. I gotta say, I'd really like to know what happened here. Hey, I said no one goes in. Unless you want a face full of hydroxycarbonate, what's it? No dice. Okay, let's look back over here. Oh wait, now that we're not examining, is the lady here? Who can I talk to? People Park. Can I ask you a question? What? What happened in the park across the street? Oh yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say. Chicago, huh? Gunfire. Someone was killed. Strange circumstances, too. You're kidding. What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house. Did something happen at your house, too? A crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it? Somehow I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. So, what happened at your house? Bloomers. Last night. I got a bad feeling about this. Ooh, dude, it's her panties. Me, Little Plum Kitaki, the victim of a panty snatcher. Oh, it's somebody else's panties. What? So it wasn't just my panties that were stolen? Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. Yeah, more like a hard criminal. It wasn't you, was it? No, of course not. Mercy. I've heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. And the missing panties all have something in common. It's hard to imagine Trucy's and Mrs. Kataki's panties having much in common. I just imagine Mrs. Kataki's panties. Ugh. I know, we'll find your bloomers too. Great, show me what you're made of. What have you gotten me into this time, Trucy? Hello? That girl from before. Oh, welcome home, sweetie. Hello, Mother. She's a Kataki too? Miss. Here, our flyer. The Right Anything Agency? Anything Agency? Yeah, do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our office. We'll be waiting. Damn it, dude, there's too many girl voices in quick succession here. I cannot do girl voices. Goodbye. Why did you give her our flyer? I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help. She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help. I wouldn't be so sure. Okay. And there's nothing else to talk about here. I guess we're done. I mean, the deal with these is you do have to examine literally everything is the issue. Or sometimes the story does not move forward. so let's do this. A brightly painted dragon. Why do I get the feeling he's glaring at me?
Those paints must have been to repaint this... Oops.
Those paints must have been to repaint this wall.
Well, that's right. I called in an artist to do the job right. He's the third so far.
The third?
The first spilled paint all over the entrance here, the second on my kimono, so I...
No, don't tell me. It's better that I don't know.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I think we're done. Oh, actually, the trash can. That's right, she said something about putting stuff in the trash can. If you would just let me get into that trash can.
There's a big trash can on the way into the park. I guess we could check it out. A detective's life sure is a hard one. I'm an attorney, actually. Huh? 2 pieces of garbage with paint on them. These are slippers. They look like those slippers you get at the hospital. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go on a car? It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it was smacked into something. Or someone. Wait, you don't think? I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright. Wow, and he took off its mirror? I never knew Daddy was so strong. I only have room in my pocket for one of these, though. Which do you want to take?
We're gonna take the mirror, obviously. Mirror slipped in the pocket. I mean, I feel like we need the slippers for the clinic to suspect the doctor. But, Alright, torn up the car that hit Mr. Wright was found in front of Kitaki Mansion. I guess, let me present that to her. Whoops. See if this matches the car that she saw, if she saw a car.
Can you tell me anything about this mirror?
Well, that's probably from the car that knocked that fellow across the street.
Right, that makes this a valuable clue.
Let me know if you find that car, would you? You splash Kitaki paint, you pay the price. Okay. Well, we're gonna slip that into... Well, the clinic is like one of the places we need to go. Let me go back here. We're gonna go to the clinic next, and let me bring the slippers to the clinic. But if Mr. Wright is still at the clinic, then obviously we want to bring the mirror to him as well. We're gonna have to do some backtracking, aren't we? Oh boy, okay, let's go to the... Oh, they're not even letting me go to the clinic. What the hell? That is so rude. Let's go to the scene of the stand theft with the mirror. June 15th, scene of the stand theft.
So, what's this place?
This would be Mr. Eldoon's house, silly.
Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from. I can see a piece of evidence lying on the ground already.
A dog?
Hey! Look, there's a police car parked over there. You're right. What's with the sparkly entrance? What is this place, a hospital? There's a sign. Maractus Clinic. Oh, that's where the thief went.
The thief?
The one who snatched my panties. He ran into this clinic last night. Wait, maybe that police car is here to find my panties. I doubt it. Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate.
Ah, there you are, Sonny.
Wait, okay, so the scene of the stand theft is the clinic.
Like this, the same place?
Yeah.
Well, you find anything yet?
No, not yet.
The longer you loaf around here, the saltier your victory bowl gets. Just remember that.
This bowl of noodles is sounding less like payment and more like punishment.
Have you seen this mirror?
Sorry, sonny boy, my interest is for my stand and precious little else. Get cracking on that case. Find my stand, I'm begging ya.
Alright, well, I will... Let's do some examining first. Generally want to examine first. That occasionally creates new talking points. Hello, dog.
Look, a doggy! Good boy, Salty. I'm sure the dog has a real name, Trucy.
Yep, sure does. Name's Spoon. And it's a she, by the way.
Spoon doesn't seem so lively.
She didn't get a bowl of salty broth this morning, that's why. Poor little thing.
Apollo, let's find that stand soon, for Spoon's sake. I'm pretty sure dogs aren't supposed to eat noodles.
That's the place, right there. That's where I kept my stand, covered all nice and pretty with that blue tarp there.
So you use this plastic sheet to cover your stand at night? I see. You see? What? Did you figure out why it was stolen? Well, no, but it does suggest that the thief knew what he or she was looking for. They clearly knew what was under that sheet.
So it wasn't one of those casual drive-by stand snatchers, you mean? Not bad, sonny boy, not bad at all.
This house is, well, it's old.
It's been well loved, that's for sure. I've lived here with my wife for many years now. It's got character, though, just like my soup.
I always thought character was a positive thing. There's a handwritten sign here. Save the light. Save the light, indeed. Mr. Eldoon's house is practically in the dark here. I guess the hospital clinic next door blocks the sunlight.
Everything's gone wrong since they built this monstrosity. Broth needs sun or it rots. What's a man to do? They just want my customers to get food poisoning so they can turn a pretty profit.
That seems like a lot of trouble to go through for a few extra patients.
Yeah, but a few extra patients can be big moolah, depending on what they get sick with.
That's quite a sign. I take it that's new as opposed to old?
Ah, you like it? Made it myself, I did. I meant to write noodles, but ran out of space.
Prior planning prevents poor performance.
Lucky for me, it spells a word all by itself, and spruces up my image, it does.
It does have a certain power of willful denial thing going for it. It looks like the oil drum is connected to that sink over there. Collecting rainwater to do the dishes. How environmentally conscious. You don't think he uses rainwater to cook his noodles and to make the broth, do you? Oh, I'm sure he finds the best water money can buy. Taste is his business, you know. Look, that sign over there. Eldoon's only uses water from all natural sources. I think I'll take a rain check on eating here.
That's a nice joke. Alright, is that everything to examine in this particular area? Or we also have to look around and examine this thing. Let me examine the police car.
I'd understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car? Maybe they're tax evaders.
Sorry miss, not going into the clinic today.
Did something happen?
Oh no, nothing to see here, move along. You'll have to find someplace else to play doctor.
Do we look like the right age to be playing doctor? We need a little more info on this Maractus clinic. We could ask Mr. Eldoon. He is their neighbor and all. And we should check out that garage. What if the thief who stole my pennies is still in there?
Okay, well I can't like turn more to the left to actually check out the garage. Let's examine this.
That doorway sure is sparkly. The Maractus Clinic, huh? Looks more like a casino parlor than a hospital. They must be quite profitable. Funny, it looks closed. Maybe they're on vacation today?
3 shots for the price of 1. Is this a hospital or a bar? If it's a bar, I'll take that deal.
Looks like they have a special offer going on. 3 shots for the price of 1. Ooh, now's our chance, Apollo. Chance for what? I don't need any shots, thank you. Whoever runs this clinic, they seem pretty business-minded.
Dude, I wonder if El Tigre runs this. I'm trying to think of like past characters that could, that we might run into in here. Okay, that looks like all the examinable stuff. Let's talk. Eldoon's Noodles.
So, your stand, Eldoon's Noodles, was it?
Aye, passed down from father to son. That stand's seen its share of salt, Salt runs in the family, you might say.
I bet high blood pressure does too. So, your stand, Eldoon's Noodles, was stolen.
Oh, it wasn't just the stand that was stolen, sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my salt-crusted stew pot, my stained sign. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend.
No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo. Isn't it about time he bought a new one anyway? Are there any more details you could give me about the stand?
You bet, sonny boy. It happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always, crying the town I was. The smell of broth filled the streets, thick and salty. I got home, well, right before 10 p.m., I reckon.
Guess he's not aiming for that late night market.
I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease. Then I went inside.
When did you notice it had been stolen?
Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early.
Do that many people eat noodles for breakfast?
I'm washed up on the salty shores of ruination. That stand had my whole life in it. Nay, my whole being.
They took everything?
All my soup stock, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams.
At least they left one bowl. Look, there on the ground.
If you don't find that stand today, then I'll be forced to walk the streets, peddling that bowl, my last bowl.
Please, I'm under enough pressure here as it is. That's it. That's where the thief who snatched my panties ran to.
It's a crying shame, that is. If they have to steal, make it my loincloth, not some pretty girl's panties.
The garage, right. You don't think the thief lives here, do you?
I wouldn't put it past that good-for-nothing doctor.
Do I detect a little animosity here? Let's make sure to check out that garage thoroughly. Hey, do you think something happened next door? There's a police car out front.
Probably gave someone food poisoning, I'll bet.
If anyone's at risk of giving someone food poisoning...
That police car got here this morning, actually. I asked what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me. The neighbor. Not that I was surprised much. That doctor works for the wrong crowd. It was just a matter of time before he got what was coming to him.
The wrong crowd?
Never you mind about that.
Okay. And then where else is there to move to? I guess from here we can go to the garage. Oh, okay. Well, I think we're going to need to hold off on that. The investigation part is going to take multiple episodes, I can tell. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.